Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you follow Italian football at all, you already know the league is famously legendary for tight, gritty defensive battles. But today, we're diving into how Inter Milan completely defied the odds in the 2025-26 season, totally tore up that script, and absolutely dominated the league. It's just a fascinating story. We're talking unexpected heroes, staggering, record-breaking stats, and honestly, an unbelievable level of mental toughness that left the rest of the pack completely in the dust. So the defining number of this entire season is 21. Inter have just secured their massive 21st Scudetto. And in the grand hierarchy of Italian football, this is a truly monumental milestone. Lifting this trophy officially puts them second all-time, sitting only behind Juventus, who, hold the record with 36 titles. It's a historic moment that really separates them from their fierce city rivals and absolutely cements their legacy in the modern era of the sport. And they didn't just edge out the competition either. They completely ran away with it, capturing the championship with an unassailable 12-point lead. To put that into perspective, what's truly mind-blowing is they managed to build this massive, insurmountable gap with 3 full rounds still left to play. No late-season anxiety, literally 0 final day drama required here. The culmination of all this hard work basically went down over one decisive weekend. After reigning champs Napoli drew on Saturday, and AC Milan completely dropped the ball by losing on Sunday afternoon, the door was just left wide open. Inter officially sealed the deal with a definitive 2-0 victory at home against Parma. They knew exactly what they had to do, stepped out onto their home pitch, and calmly delivered the championship right to their fans.
Okay, let's dive right into Pillar 1, Chivu's unexpected managerial triumph.
To really understand this triumph, you gotta look at the insane pressure placed on the shoulders of Christian Chivu. We're talking about a 45-year-old rookie head coach, former player, stepping into the giant shoes of Simone Inzaghi. Inzaghi had literally just left in the summer of 2025 for the Saudi club Al Hilal after a stellar run. Winning the 23-24 league, lifting 2 Coppa Italia trophies, and taking the team to 2 Champions League finals. So Chivu was handed the keys to this highly successful machine, but he was completely untested at this elite managerial level.
Because of that lack of experience, immediate success simply wasn't expected from Chivu. Just think about the managerial giants he was up against. You had Napoli, the defending champions, managed by the notoriously demanding Antonio Conte. Then you had AC Milan, a traditional powerhouse under the experienced leadership of serial winner Massimiliano Allegri. Chivu squaring off against these heavyweight tacticians was viewed as a colossal mismatch. Yet as the season wore on, it was Inter's highly experienced rivals who actually faded away, while Chivu's squad found a totally different gear.
Which brings us to Pillar 2, a record-breaking attacking unit.
The sheer scale of their attack is honestly staggering. Inter incredibly scored at least 30 more goals than both of their closest challengers, Napoli and AC Milan. Think about that for a second. In a league traditionally renowned for tight, tactical, and defensive football, Inter were out there putting on an absolute offensive clinic week in and week out. They were virtually unplayable in the final third. And the attack was incredibly diverse too. It wasn't just a one-man show at all. Leading from the front was their captain, Lautaro Martinez, who bagged a division-high 16 goals. Right behind him, Marcus Thuram provided a lethal secondary punch with 13 goals, while Hakan Calhanoglu controlled the midfield and chipped in with 9. But maybe the most exciting development is the emergence of Francesco Pio Esposito. The 20-year-old had a brilliant breakout campaign, scoring 6 goals and really proving that this Inter team has a hugely bright future ahead as well. But the creative engine making all those goals happen, that belongs to fullback Federico Di Marco. He notched an unbelievable 18 assists, and let's be crystal clear on the magnitude of that number. That is not just the most this year, but the most ever recorded in any single Serie A season in history. It's just a staggering achievement from a wide position. Meanwhile, star midfielder Nicolo Barella was right there pulling the strings alongside him, chipping in with over half a dozen assists of his own to keep the whole offense purring perfectly.
All right, moving on to Pillar 3, the unbreakable defensive wall and resilience.
They were an absolute fortress defensively, conceding an average of less than a goal a game, allowing just 31 goals in total. They suffered only 5 losses all season long. This unbreakable wall was anchored by the steady hands of veteran keeper Jan Sommer and brilliantly bolstered by summer loan signing Manuel Akanji, a fellow Swiss international. Together, they brought this amazing sense of calm and organization that made breaking Inter down a near impossible task for opposing forwards.
But what's truly incredible is the rebound they showed. It wasn't all smooth sailing from day one. Back in the summer of 2025, they suffered a highly disappointing Champions League playoff exit to Norway's Bodo Glimt. Then, in November, they took a really painful derby loss to AC Milan. But instead of collapsing under the pressure, they used those setbacks as fuel. While Napoli and Milan dropped crucial points in the spring, Inter launched an unstoppable, epic 8-match unbeaten run to absolutely steamroll their way to clinching the title.
Finally, let's look at our conclusion, chasing the historic double.
Having also reached the Coppa Italia final on the back of that unbelievable unbeaten run, Chivu's squad now actually has the chance to achieve a domestic double. This is a historic feat the club hasn't managed since Jose Mourinho's legendary treble-winning campaign way back in the 2009-2010 season. Chivu, the supposed rookie, is now standing right on the precipice of history, literally walking in the footsteps of one of the greatest managers the game has ever seen. So, as we wrap up our explainer today, the huge question remains: can this rookie manager, Christian Chivu, complete one of the greatest underdog managerial stories in modern Italian football and actually secure that historic double? We'll just have to watch how the cup final plays out, but man, what they've achieved so far is nothing short of spectacular. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this incredible season.